Bears first quarter, all the Cowboy yardage coming from either Murray or Bryant. Murray with 60 total yards. Cowboys driving as we start the second quarter. Jim Nance, Phil Simms, and Tracy Wilson. Mike Carey with us as well. Here's Romo in the pocket. He's got time, and now he's trying to spin away. Going to dump it off to Murray. As Witten out there trying to clear some space, but it's good for only 2. Christian Jones, who came in for DJ Williams, made the tackle.
Yeah, really nowhere to throw the football. They're trying to catch him off guard with some first down passing. If he'd have thrown it quick to Des Bryant, but he was looking deep down the field and nobody was open. So trying to take advantage of, if you look to the left side, nobody's open. If he had thrown it, you can see the safety Conte had it. Good job by the Bears. Trying to keep also, by throwing it every once in a while, you keep Tony Romo in rhythm, makes his job easier.
2nd and 9 is back to Murray. Look at Murray slicing through that Chicago defense and running behind James Hanna. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Look at what he's doing here. These numbers needed per game. Well, he's averaged 87 yards rushing per game. The single season Cowboy rushing mark, of course, belongs to the all-time rusher in the history of the game, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt's best, 1,773. Murray tonight started within 346 yards of that with 4 games to play. And Murray's had touches the last 6 snaps. Dallas faces 3rd and 1. The Bears defense plugs up the middle. And what will Dallas do on 4th and a half yard?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. If it's, we'll see a mark. You can ask for a measurement to find out if it's a foot, 2 feet. That'll help Jason Garrett make a better decision. But that time, Ryan Mundy, the safety, at the line of scrimmage, it was a run up the middle. He had diagnosed it quick, got in there, and helped make the tackle. So good job by the safety, Mundy.
They do call for the measurement.
Yeah, it's going to be short.
Now what will Jason Garrett do with 4th and more than a half yard, close to a full yard?
Yeah, I think he's going to go for it, of course. Not of course. I think he will, because his defense, Chicago's offense, has shown no life so far. So it always helps you as a head coach making these decisions. And they're the 3rd best running team in the NFL. At times, you dominated the line of scrimmage here tonight. Play action passes, moving the quarterback, usually work in these situations because defenses expect you to run the football in between the tackles.
That Des Bryant, top of the screen, 4th and 1. And it's Murray, stutter step move, and easily picks up the first down. Down to about the 9.
Yeah, good formation. What they did, putting 2 tight ends to the right side, it meant the Chicago Bears couldn't crowd the inside of the defense. So right away, Tony Romo looks at it and goes, well, we got 1 defender over the center and 2 guards. The right place to run it was right up the middle.
They ran right between their first-round picks the last 2 years, Frederick and Martin.
Yeah, Zach Martin, a lot of talk. Oh, they might take Johnny Manziel with that pick, and I'm sure they did think about it. That's what we kept hearing, but it has worked out great. Zach Martin has been terrific as a rookie at right guard.
1st and goal. And Murray leaps ahead. Past some initial contact, picks up 3.
That's a typical run. As you watch the Cowboys, Jim, they have, you want to call them like ugly runs. And their ugly runs get 3, 4, and 5 yards many times. Tyler Klutz, he's a fullback. Watch number 44 as he comes up in there. Oh, gets Jared Allen, just knocks him out of the way.
13 of the 20 Cowboy plays to this point have been running plays with Murray. Plus, he's caught 3 passes. 2nd and goal. They fake to him here, go to the end zone, and it's incomplete. Conte comes over to help out Fuller on the coverage of Des Bryant.
Tony Romo was looking left all the way. He made a little pump fake. And since he was looking left the whole time, they got Conte going towards him.
By the way, a flag came in on the back end of that, Phil, from the near sideline.
That hit looks clean. Chris Conte's shoulder led to the body.
There was no foul for offensive pass interference on the play. It's second down.
No, it's actually third down. It is 3rd and goal at the 6.
Well, the Bears love to play. They do play man-to-man coverage a lot down in this area. So if you think it's man-to-man coverage, you got Des Bryant out there. Tough to cover him one-on-one. And he's got it to the top to Tony Romo's left.
Shout something in the direction of Terrence Williams on the right side. And on 3rd and goal, at the goal line, the catch is made, but he's kept out of the end zone. Cole Beasley stopped about a half-yard short.
Yeah, the good thing is they stopped him short. The bad thing is it's close, and they're going to go for it. It was great disguise by the defense. Does he get in? I don't think he gets in, as I saw it live.
Well, the Cowboys are going to go for it, as you suspected. Here's a good look at Beasley right down the line.
No, he never gets in, so it was a terrific mark. Same formation they used on 4th down earlier. Now they have 3 tight ends.
4th and goal to Murray, to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
Again, you got to sell out. The Bears didn't. 3 tight ends to the right. The formation favored the Dallas Cowboys, and a good play call. Watch it down the line of scrimmage. They just wash it down inside, and DeMarco Murray does what you have to do. Hanna, Witten, Escobar, all 3 tight ends get blocks, and you knock them down, and the running back makes one guy miss. I think that was Ryan Monday, and you get in the end zone.
So they drive 51 yards after Bruce Carter got a hand on the punt. Murray takes care of 46 of the 51 yards, including the final half yard for the game's first score. Cowboys ground and pound early and lead at 7-0 second quarter. On a Murray touchdown run, they convert twice on 4th down, and you see the cable cam tonight presented by Mazda. 2 4th down conversions, including the touchdown.
Yeah, how about that? The Cowboys, you know what they're going to do. No secret. DeMarco Murray, 14 carries already.
And Bailey kills that one through the back of the end zone. Let's get an update on DJ Williams' injury from earlier. Tracy Wolfson.
Well, guys, you saw him walk off the field. They reviewed the hit on the monitors down here, and then he jogged into the locker room where he is now being evaluated for a concussion. Jim?
There you go. I think he was trying to tell everybody that he felt fine as he half sprinted to the locker room, but he must go through the protocol.
Yep, he must. And I'll say this crowd, it's on this, sitting on their hands. The offense of the Bears has got to give this team, the stadium, life. The strong point of this team has got to be the offense. They got to start controlling the ball.
They're going to come out throwing to start this drive over to Forte. Scandrick got enough of him to get him off balance and eventually fall after a gain of 5. You may have seen it. They've scored 3 points, this offense, in the last 4 quarters. We were with this Bears team on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit, and the Lions won that game 34-17. But this is a Chicago team. Again, so much talk about their offense. They've not scored 30 points in a game this year.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. You just would expect they get some of those big plays to get those extra points. Not sustaining drives, turnovers, penalties. They've done it all.
Most they scored in one game, Phil, was 28 against San Francisco on the road. 2nd and 5, and Cutler down the field. What a catch! Juggling and eventually reeling it in, Brandon Marshall. Even he gets a chuckle out of that. Gain of 42.
Well, you know, look, it's Brandon Marshall. Just goes right up between the receivers on a seam. An excellent throw, and boy, he stays with it, caught up with his fingertips. Stays with it. Nice job of keeping his eyes on the football. And look, that's what they need. They need big plays. Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler, Matt Forte. When the opportunity's there, you got to take advantage of it.
They had 25 yards, the Bears offense, before that 42-yard gain. They go back to the ground with Forte. Spins out of bounds. Gain of 4. Brandon Marshall, you've been working with him on Inside the NFL this year, and he's quite good. And we had a chance to talk to him about some of the acrobatic catches we've seen around the league this year, including one that he had in the end zone at the aforementioned San Francisco game.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he said there were some other great catches. Of course, he liked that. But Brandon Marshall knows that he has to come through for this offense every single week. And, he gives the offense a little charisma, a little personality. I think they need that.
Whistles first, and a flag out.
Five-yard penalty. It's second down.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall, he's feeling as healthy as he has at any point this season. This one we were talking about how he pulled that one down. We asked him, how did that compare with the Beckham catch? He said, I've got to give it to him. That's the best I've seen. But he's got another good one here tonight to be proud of.
Well, too, he was frustrated, of course, about this team, about the offense. He figured the offensive line, Jay Cutler, second year, they thought this offense was going to explode. And, of course, it didn't happen.
2nd and 11. They were coming in on him. It was Rolando McClain, who was blitzing up the middle. So Cutler dumps it off to Jeffrey for a gain of 4. How about Rolando McClain and how suddenly his career has been resurrected?
It's amazing to watch him play. He doesn't even look like the same player we saw with the Oakland Raiders. He's in tremendous shape. We met him last night, and he is built to be a middle linebacker in the NFL. Has got great chemistry, body language, plays hard, and of course, most of all, he makes a lot of plays.
He says he's just ecstatic to be back playing football. After it looked like it might have been over, it might have been just a big bust after being the 8th pick in the draft by the Raiders. Here's Cutler down the field and bouncing off the hands of Bennett. And Church makes sure everyone knows that's incomplete.
Well, he took a shot to go down the field and throw it to Martellus Bennett. Church, very good defender, having an excellent year for this defense. He did have crossers open to maybe pick up the first down. Instead, he elected to go down the field for the big play. And I think you're in that area. This is into the wind, going this way. And I think this is the right decision. Go for it on 4th down instead of trying a long field goal.
So Jay Feely does not get a chance to come out and try his first field goal as a Bear. Now his 6th team in the league. They're going to go for it, 4th and 7. And Cutler stands up, zings it down to the 15 for the first down. And it's Marshall again with the catch. And the Cowboys immediately, Church indicates there might be a need for some help as Marshall's down on the field. Marshall in pain after holding on to that catch for the first down. And we'll step aside. Brandon Marshall just now getting up after taking a hit in the back, the lower back, by Barry Church of the Cowboys, who inadvertently delivered a knee.
Full speed. You think doesn't look like much when you watch it in slow motion. Put that in full speed, and I'll tell you, that was flush to Brandon Marshall's back. Good job going up and get the catch. When you play that type of defense against the Chicago Bears, you're going to play zones. This offense is built to pick that apart, and they didn't get to the quarterback, and Jay Cutler had plenty of time and found Brandon Marshall wide open.
Just when Marshall had told us it was the best he's felt in weeks. He goes to the sideline. First down, Forte, and a gain of 3. Tracy is down there. What can you tell us?
Yeah, right now they are looking at him. It looks as though they're going to take him to the locker room, but I will get an update as soon as possible. But just the respect that both of these teams, about the league, has for Brandon Marshall. You saw him out on the field, and then as soon as he got back up, all the Cowboys with a round of applause for him as he stood up, and then of course the officials as well, and everyone, just such respect for Brandon Marshall. I'll get you an update as soon as I can.
Coach Tracy, 2nd and 7. Marquise Wilson replaces Marshall in the lineup. Here's Cutler to the end zone and a touchdown. Martellus Bennett. And this one has to be extra satisfying for him, the former Cowboy, drafted into the league in the 2nd round by Dallas back in 2008.
Yeah, Dallas trying to disguise their defense, but it's another zone. He goes right up the seam. Look at everybody running, trying to get to their spots. And sometimes when you disguise your defense, nobody touches the tight end going up the field. And you wait so late, you end up making a mistake. And Bennett was wide open.
Yeah, Bennett, who spent 4 years as Jason Witten's backup in Dallas. Extra point, Feely is good. So the Bears had a key 4th down conversion of their own. Cutler was 5 out of 6 on the drive. The 42-yarder to Brandon Marshall. Got it going. Pumped some life into the offense that led to the touchdown. Tomorrow on NFL Total Access, Demaryius Thomas on Denver's chances to get back to the Super Bowl. NFL Total Access tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, live on NFL Network. So Bennett was the backup to Witten. The Cowboys wanted him to stay, but he says, you know what? There's such a strong chemistry between Romo and Witten. Bennett says, I'm going to the Giants, taking a little bet on myself. Look at this squib kick. Fumbled around and picked up by Wilbert, who's hit right away by Christian Jones. So Bennett went to the Giants for a year. They got the big contract to come here to Chicago, and he's been having another good season.
Well, Martellus, look at the route tree, what they're doing. You look up the field. If it's not Martellus Bennett, then you throw it to the crosser coming underneath. And he is wide open. Next gen stats showing you that. Kind of how it looks for a quarterback, how you know you look up the field, you look underneath, how you're supposed to read the pattern.
Cowboys from the 28 to start. Nope, flag first.
False start offense, number 84. 5-yard penalty is 1st down.
Called on Hannah. The Cowboys having lost to Philadelphia on Thanksgiving, falling behind the Eagles in their division. The Giants and the Redskins at 3-9. You look at the Eagles undefeated in the division. The Cowboys 5-0 on the road, 3-4 at home. Giants suffering through a 7-game skid. And the Redskins in Tampa, worst combined record the last 2 years, as Murray gets back the penalty yardage and 2 more. Gain of 7 as DJ Williams returns and makes the tackle.
Well, DJ Williams back in, and they need him. He is a good run stopper. He's played well for this defense this year. But the Bears defense, they got what they needed. They got some rest set on the sidelines, and you can feel, of course, the offense, they score a touchdown, a little more energy, and the Bears defense needs to take advantage of that.
So again, Williams was taken inside, independent exam taken. He passed the concussion protocol. He's right back out there making tackles. 2nd and 9. Over to Murray. Look at that cut. And yet another one. And again, he's so often, Phil, he's falling forward or sideways.
Always.
I like the way he just kind of moves through people and traffic.
As we talked to him last night, I think we both looked at each other and he goes, hey, I never take big hits. And, you know, it's kind of funny, but as you watch him and really study him, you realize he doesn't. He runs sideways a lot. And for a big man, how about these cuts? Fast and hard. He shook his hand. I'm going to tell you what, too. You wonder how could he ever fumble with the grip that he has.
3rd and 5. And the Cowboys pick up the 1st down. Des Bryant, look at all the Bears around him.
Well, 3rd and 5. They're going to go short outside the defender. Fuller way off of Des Bryant. Tony Romo, veteran quarterback, is going to go right there and find the open guy.
Picks up 7 and a 1st down. 4th catch for Bryant.
Now, I know this is the way the Chicago Bear defense plays, but when I watch them, when they do get aggressive at the line of scrimmage and play man-to-man coverage, I think they're pretty good. I just don't think they do it enough.
Going to run it with Murray. And you just called him a big back. he weighed 210 last night when we met with him at about 6 o'clock. And he told us by game time today he would be 220. He would gain 10 pounds in 24 hours. Now, how do you do that?
Well, I could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, just eat a lot.
Okay.
But no, he doesn't. We saw him. He'd had a big meal just before he came in to see us. He said he was light, but he was going to drink, 12 bottles of water last night and at least 12 today before the game.
That'd be about 400 ounces of water in 24 hours. As again, the Cowboys are going to be set back.
False start offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty at 2nd down.
Well, the big thing is, Jim, I asked him, that extra weight that you put on there before game time, does it give you more power once the game started? He said, absolutely. So that weight is good for him. He can feel the power that comes with it, and he displays it during the game, of course. But, you know, you think I could put 10 on him right before the game?
Well, if you drank 400 ounces of water,
maybe.
Yeah, you could gain it. We'll also be making a lot of trips out of the booth. 2nd and 12. There they go back to Murray. Another beautiful cut. Murray out to the 47. And that's going to be 3rd and about 3.
They're unbelievable. You got to expect this. They're always working the down and distance. So it's 2nd and long. They're looking for a way to get into this situation right now. And that is 3rd and short. So they can run the ball here on 3rd and 4. It's a very short 4. And as we said a couple times, when you have Des Bryant one-on-one on the outside, a lot of things you can do with him.
2.5 minutes to go in the first half. 7-7. Low snap. Romo from the gun has his target, has the first down. Again, it's Murray. His 6th catch goes for 5 yards.
Well, Tony Romo's playing the down and distance, so this is easy. He's going to throw it over the middle. But watch the receivers down here, and you be the quarterback. Everybody looks like they're open. Jason Witten coming across. Look at Des Bryant down here, but Tony Romo didn't even take a chance. Goes for the sure, easy completion and gets the first down.
So the 2-minute warning has arrived. The Cowboys with a new set of downs and 3 timeouts to go. Cowboys driving, 2 minutes to go first half. DeMarco Murray has touched it 22 of 30 snaps and has 104 total scrimmage yards already.
Give it to the big guy. Give it to your star. And you know, when I was studying getting ready for this game, I thought, well, DeMarco Murray with all those catches and carries, I'm going to see a worn down running back. That was not the case. And you watch him here tonight, he looks as fresh as he did the start of the season.
From the 48 of the Bears, Romo. Back over to Murray. This is going to lose yardage because McClellan was hanging out, waiting for it to come over this way. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, thanks, guys. You saw Brandon Marshall take a knee to the back area. They are calling it a rib injury. His return is questionable. He remains in the locker room. As soon as I get further clarification, I will bring it to you.
All right, Tracy, that knee just got in there just underneath the padding. And now the Cowboys letting the clock run with 1:20 and a 2nd and 15. To the sideline and over the head of Dwayne Harris with Jennings in the area. 3rd and 15 coming up. And also coming up, the Lexus halftime report. JB, Coach Coward, and Dion with the highlights and the first half analysis on the Lexus halftime report.
That time the situation was played very well by that Bears defense. They played a little deeper with their linebackers, and Tony Romo had nowhere to throw that football as he looked down the field.
Jared Allen ready to apply some pressure. And a 4-time All-Pro. 3rd and 15. Romo gets the time and gets the tight end, Jason Witten, for the first down. They're 3 out of 3 on 3rd down on this drive. That goes for 19 and a timeout, Dallas. Boy, they protected the quarterback that time, didn't they? And he found his old favorite target. Romo and Cutler each misfiring on only 3 attempts. Romo just hitting Witten with a big 3rd and 15 conversion. And a gain of 19 down to the Bears 34. Dallas with 2 timeouts and 1 minute and 2 seconds. Trying to break the tie before halftime. Quickly over to Bryant. Des Bryant's got another 8, his 5th catch now for 39 on the night.
Good job on the offensive side. What you're doing now, make sure you ensure the field goal to get closer, and then when you think you've got to that area, you take a chance and maybe go down the field.
2nd and 2, and down the field they go, and he was open. Over the head of Bryant this time.
Jim, let's go back to 3rd and 15 play. Why did it work? Why did it look so easy? Here's Jason Witten, top of the screen, going to run down there and do it. They got the exact coverage they thought they would get. Safety split. Bostic, the linebacker, on Jason Witten, and that's why they called the perfect play for the defense that they knew the Chicago Bears were going to play.
Now with 35 seconds to go and a 3rd and 2. Take the handoff. Go back to Witten for another conversion on 3rd down by the 12-year tight end out of Tennessee, right in front of Boston. Timeout Dallas and another set of downs. With 30 seconds to go, this one goes for 7. Cowboys this drive using the clock to perfection. 1 timeout, 1st down with 30 seconds to go at the 19 of Chicago. Converting their last 4 times on 3rd down.
Well, they get great practice at it. The Dallas Cowboys do, because you run the football, you're in a lot of 3rd downs, and if you want to win, when you run it, you got to be great throwing the football on 3rd down.
Here's Romo looking around, goes right down the middle with Murray, and they're going to hurry to the line and hold on to that 1 timeout. Picked up 6, but cost him time. Now will he take a shot to pay dirt? At the 4, it's Beasley, and he reaches across. Touchdown, Dallas. Cole Beasley was not going to be kept out of the end zone this time.
Well, it's the pass protection. It's the defense. Tony Romo knows it's a zone. He looks over the middle, doesn't like it, then has time to work outside to Cole Beasley, and he definitely broke the end zone plane for the touchdown. Looks like the knees are both up. So again, when you're playing zone defense, everybody looking at the quarterback, that allowed Cole Beasley to make that little move to the outside, which got him open. Tony Romo right on target.
Of course, fumbled the football after he had broken the plane. So 2nd touchdown of the year for Beasley. And the extra point by Bailey makes it 14-7. Dallas with only 8 seconds to spare before halftime. Hope Beasley knows where that end zone is this time. We're back with just 8 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Tony Romo has thrown the touchdown pass here to Cole Beasley. 17 of 21 in this 1st half.
Well, Jim, let's get another look at it. Here's Cole Beasley, kind of comes down and then moves outside. I want to look at it again just to see why it was so easy. They're looking back at the quarterback. The underneath coverage followed Tony Romo's eyes. DeMontre Hurst said, oh, the quarterback's looking down the middle. Maybe it's a short crosser. No, it wasn't. And that's what happens. When you play a veteran quarterback and you play those type of defenses, they're taught and trained to follow the quarterback's eyes. That's why when Tony Romo looks at the 2nd receiver, they're wide open.
Mariani hoping to have the chance to run one back, former Pro Bowler with the Tennessee Titans. And he watches that bound through the back of the end zone. So all the scoring here in the 2nd quarter, Phil, what have you seen here?
Well, I think that the Chicago Bears defense has to go inside and go, look, we had them in 3rd down situations. We had them in 3rd and long. You're going to have to change the way you're playing them, because I've said it many times, a really good veteran quarterback in Tony Romo is just going to exploit zone defenses. Now that last drive by Jay Cutler, plenty of time. I like what they did on the offensive side. So this is one of those where it really holds true. You go in at halftime, you make some changes if you're the Chicago Bear, and you come out and give them some different looks in the second half.
The Bears have allowed the most second quarter points of any team in the league, and they gave up 14 tonight in this quarter. Coming up, the Lexus halftime report. JB, Coach Gower, and Dion with the highlights and analysis from the first half.